Hey, what is going on? You're watching this episode of the Social Share Club. I'm your host, Travis, and I've got a special guest. So before we get started, make sure you grab the like button as you know, want to get more people engaging in the Social Share Club, and we've got so many amazing guests coming up for 2021. If you missed it, go back and check out the last live video I did with Sean Francis Coleman of Perspective LLC as we drop some great bombs on um, mental health awareness and to promote more education. I brought on my good friend. I'm gonna stick with the Sean theme. Only it's SEAN, Mr. Sean Riffle, business solutions specialist. Uh, business solutions specialist with CFO Strategies out of Johnstown, Pennsylvania. Um, Sean, what's going on, man?
How's it going, Travis? Thanks for having me. I'm glad to be here with you. I mean, you can't go wrong with going with Sean's. So I'm glad to be
So
here and glad to
so
follow up.
far so good. Don't mess up the rhythm.
Got some tough shoes to follow after the last one. The last one was good, and just sort of play off that. It's something that needs to be talked about more. And I thought that the last video was just fantastic, especially with this past year, 2020, and how everybody's lives have sort of changed, and it's taking a toll on a lot of people, we got to sort of take that stigma away and have people talking about things, because I mean, you got to take care of yourself first and foremost, and being able to be okay with that is such a big deal. And I really appreciated the last video that you and Sean did.
Yeah, I think we both enjoyed doing that. I'm sure we're going to have another one coming down the pipe here. We've got some other great speakers coming down the pipe as well, which I'll be excited to share with you here once we land some dates. But one of the things that we wanted to touch base with you on is, how to help businesses do what they do best, and that's usually the button pushers, the gear turners, the whatever, from clients that are in the restaurant business to fitness industry to personal coaching, and even like marketing. There's a lot that goes on in building a business. um, I, Coming up, I realized I needed to start pulling things away from myself to do, so that way I can focus on doing what I needed to do. And you want to elaborate on that a little
Yeah, but
bit?
you're basically putting it the best way possible. Every example you just put there is typically a small business, small to medium sized business. All right. And those people go in the business for that reason, to be experts in their field. They're so experienced in what they do and so passionate about what they do. They want that as a business, right? And a lot of the times, and especially in the past, those folks would get into business and then they would end up spending 90% of their time running a business and trying to figure out how the books work, what's the back end, how do I handle personnel, those things. And those things just add up and take up so much time and so much effort that a lot of people lose focus on, why they went into business in the first place. They can run a lot of successful business, but are they happy not being able to do what they went into business for? And we see a lot of that at CFO Strategies. We see a lot of people come to us for that reason. One, because they have a tough time, because they're not experts in the things that we do, right? And two is because they want to focus on their work. They want to be the best at what they do. Let it be marketing, let it be plumbing, HVAC, things of that nature. Let it be a gym or running a restaurant. They go in those fields for those reasons. They should be focusing on their product. They should be focusing on their customers. And in better time now than ever with technology and how you can use outsourcing and use consultants, are you able to take focus on your product or your service? and let somebody else handle that side of your business for you. And that's sort of what my role at CFO has become. CFO Strategies, we started out as a small, CPA firm just doing accounting work, and now we've sort of evolved into back office solutions, not just accounting, taxes, things like that, but we're payroll, HR services, management services, things like that, just to help small, medium-sized businesses be able to advance their business, move their business, and just conduct business, and just be a source for them, and be part of their business to make them grow and be successful.
Yeah, it's one of those things where I had one company that I was talking to their CEO. He had already built and sold, I think, two different companies. One of which was in making kitchen appliances.
Yeah.
And both of them, he started out being that tinkerer and had no interest in, he was more individual selling. But in order to scale up, he found himself as more of a software company than a product manufacturing company in the long run. So you want to kind of talk about the evolution of what was, and now going into what into new softwares and what that looks like.
Well, I mean, yeah, our world has become a technology game. I mean, and we've run some podcasts, myself and Brian Riffle, my dad, we've run some podcasts on our LinkedIn through CFO Strategies, talking about just such as how every company has pretty much become a software company, right? It's all about what software you use. Are you able to, um, work off of that? And then also, how does it help your clients? How does it help your clientele, not just your business, but your clientele? I mean, for our purposes, we use many different softwares, and we help our partners, our clients, get into the right solution for them. So no, I mean, we're also selling software on the side of almost 50%, as we're doing also the back end work for our clients. It's become such a game changer, and also it's a game changer for small business and medium sized businesses. Allows them to get the most advancement of their business and their back end stuff, to allow them to be successful and actually compete against bigger entities, bigger companies, bigger competition. It's become such a game changer because there's so much out there. And you and I talked before about how back in the days there used to be one or two softwares that would compete, and the prices would be so high, and people couldn't afford to get them, or they could afford them. It was so much upkeep. Nowadays, I mean, software is not that expensive. There's a lot of solutions out there that are cheap, and they're in with cloud-based software now. It's constantly updated. You're not paying every year to constantly update it. You're paying a subscription fee, and that software is constantly updated. All right, and plus it's easy to change from one to the other if you need to do so. But some of the stuff that we're using now is top end, and it's so affordable. That's so affordable for small businesses, and it helps be successful, especially if it's an easy software to use and you know how to use it, and you have expertise on the back end helping you out along the way.
So what I'm hearing from you is essentially the transition from having a program that is installed on your computer versus having a program in the cloud that essentially can't crash and is constantly being backed up. So taking away those fears of, dramatic crashes and whatnot. Um, I recall those days where computer crashed and there's nothing that you had to spend 60 days to get it fixed, and hopefully you get the information back. It's not how it is today.
Yeah, I mean, they think about the game has changed so much. I mean, it used to be you had to have a server in your office if you're running such big systems. That days are gone. You had to be on a certain computer to run your softwares. Those days are gone. I mean, that is what we get calls on about all the time. Is people using old software. They're like, we had it on one computer. That computer's old, but we don't know how to get it onto another computer. It's like, If you have cloud-based, you can do it from anywhere. And now we have clients who, their owners are like, hey, I'm down in Florida for a week or two. I'm jumped on my laptop here. I can talk to you and run my software the same way. So you can do it anywhere. You can do it on your phone while you're out to eat. You can have it in the bathroom with you if you want to have it in the bathroom with you. And it's really, it changed the game as far as access and freedom, really, right? It's taking you out of the office 12 hours a day, letting you go home, see your family for a while, and then, hey, kids go to bed. Let's jump on real quick, see what's going on, see if we can do some stuff. So it's really changed the game, and I think it's made people's life a little more free. And I think people enjoy that. And plus, you're not dealing with so many headaches. I mean, geez, we get, for instance, we got a call a couple weeks ago about someone who's using an old software that they couldn't change printers. They had to use a certain printer to use that software, and they were like, our printer is so outdated, it doesn't work on our computer. What do we do? It's like, well, you get rid of the old software and you go with something that's more up to date, that's constantly changing, and doesn't matter. It's going to work with any printer that works on your computer. It's just little things like that we get called on all the time. And if people are in an outdated system, it doesn't hurt to make the phone call and at least find out what's going on out there. You should be looking.
Absolutely, absolutely. Loving the comments in the section. Very much appreciative of the information that we're putting out there. Um, Someone that is, when you have people come to you, it's what kind of shape are they in, I guess is kind of a funny way of putting it. But are they, new business owners? Are they seasoned vets somewhere in the middle? And what are some good tips that you might give them based on the different topics?
Well, truthfully, it's all of the above. We're getting constantly pushed from all three of those categories. The new business owner just trying to figure out how to stand on their legs, just trying to figure it all out, where to go, what to do, how to handle money, how to handle personnel, things like that. And we have basically a great start program where we just sort of get things rolling for our new clients and people who are entrepreneurs, new to business, just trying to figure things out. And I mean that's such a benefit to have someone in their corner, and to help them stand. And I think a lot of people that are starting businesses are scared to do so. The one, I think they think it's not affordable. It's not an affordable option. Two, they maybe just don't know what it takes. And plus, there's also a lot of stuff out there where it's like, hey, I'm just going to pay for this subscription and hopefully it works out. And then you end up wasting money because you don't know how the system works. So one thing we do is, we offer not just the technology solution, but we're also offering expertise in the back end. We're experts in our field, but also experts with the systems that we use. So you're always going to have someone there to answer questions for you. The middle of the road businesses, we help a lot of them out transitioning. Which way are they going, up or down? Are they trying to change their business? Business is evolving faster than ever before. A lot of people are doing things differently than they did last week. I mean, it's like just how things have planned out. So people like to have our expertise to sort of understand how things are going to roll going forward, and as their business evolves one way or the other. And then we have people, who have been in business for years calling us and say, hey, we've been dealing this way with this for years and years. Things have gotten to this spot. We need some help. We probably should have called for help, a couple years ago, but we thought we had it. But now it's, things are how fast things are. It's just easier. Take the burden off of me. Let me put the burden on you. You guys know what you're doing, and we're glad to do it and help them out. I mean, that's one thing we noticed with the people who come to us who've been in business for several years. They come to us and say, I should have done it sooner because you've taken so much burden off me. You've taken so much time that I've wasted off my plate. And you made things so much easier for me. And you just made my life easier and let me focus on my business. And then, like I said before, that's such a big thing now for people. I think people realize that, that their parents or their grandparents wasted a lot of time, at work or running a business, when they, and they probably regrettably should have spent more time with their family. And when you use, people that are experts that can help your business out, it might cost you a little bit of money, but I mean, is it really? Is it really? A lot of times it's saving you money, it's saving you time, saving you the burden of doing things that you're not an expert in, that you struggle with. And you said, if you spending the time and spending the effort, you're doing things that you want to do and focusing on the things, either business side or personal side.
Right. I always say, you're either going to spend one of two things on anything. You're either going to spend time or you're going to spend money. Um, so you can either put that money and invest it into something that would, it's a time saver, um, or you can kind of throw your money at software and not know how to work it.
Think how many times you bought like furniture or like kids' toys or something like that, where it's like, you could pay the extra money to get it assembled, and then nah, I can do it, and then you spend like 20 hours trying to put it together, and it's
There
like,
goes the whole.
I wish I would have spent the $20 to get it fixed or get it built for me in the first place, and I wanted to deal with all this. Things are backwards. You're taking things apart. You're redoing everything.
Yeah.
Get the duct tape
You
out.
gotta go hire someone off of Angie's list, two engineers to put together your giant furniture.
I say that because I put together a TV stand recently, and that was, oh my gosh. There's a reason why I'm in this business and not a handyman or any form of construction or building. Jeez, it was rough. It was rough.
I just know that whenever whenever I got in trouble, I was punished for using the computer, and the computer desk was one that folded in and locked. But I'm the one who put it together. So I don't know if it was a really thought out game plan by my mom, but no, it was, but back to, utilizing your time, best, having people, and it's kind of like, as an entrepreneur myself, it's pulling back those layers and go, okay, you can take this, you can take this, start, so,
well, that case, Travis, I mean, you in particular, I mean, I think one thing that you proudly admit is that you know where you're at. You know what areas that you are an expert in, right? And you know where your strengths are. And you're okay to say, hey, I have weaknesses here. I can find the help to get that fixed, right? I can find the help to put me in that area, or here I am. I can focus all on my strengths, and my weaknesses I push off to somebody else. It's going to cost me a little bit of money, but in the long run, hey, it's going to be 1,000 times more worth it.
Right, absolutely, and it's you almost have to retrain yourself, retrain your thought process, to then go, okay, I'm not doing this anymore. How am I going to react and engage with the person or company that is doing that now? And so it's kind of like sending your kid off to summer camp at first, but then there's always there's phone calls. I'm scared. I want to come home. Blah, 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 blah. But then by the end of it, you're absolutely loving it. Everybody's happy, and it becomes a successful relationship.
By the way, that's I mean, a lot of the clients that we do a good amount of work with, they act. I mean, the employees always act like, and even the owners act like we are part of their a part of their company and their team, and that's all we are. We're coming to be a part of your team, and just join in. I mean, that's basically what we're doing. You're basically hiring people to come in and work a department of your company. And it's usually cheaper than going out and hiring full-time people. And a lot of people can't make those moves, or they don't need that much. They don't need to have a full-time HR person on staff all the time. So they come to us, or they don't need a full-time CFO. And so a lot of these companies we deal with, we get emails from employees, from owners, and act like basically, hey, can you get this for me? Do this for me. Like we're part of the team. Like we're right down the hall, the office next door, and we're happy with that. That's what we actually want. We want those relationships where you basically bring us into into your home and say, hey, you're part of this, and we obviously want to be a part of it and be a part of the success as things go, start going well for a lot of these companies.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, coming up at the top of the hour here, um, we want to go ahead and give a little plug.
Well, yeah. I mean, I guess I've been doing that for the most part the whole time. But CFO strategy.
Where do we first? Where do you want people to find you?
You can find us at CFOstratllc.com. You can find us on LinkedIn as well. I think we've been doing a lot more things on LinkedIn as well. You go to our website. You can find our information. Give us a call or shoot us an email. Things like that. Obviously, we need to do a little bit of updating on that stuff. We just been very, very busy of late, which is a good thing. But with everything going on this past year, it's understandable. We've been dealing with a lot of clients who things have changed a lot. If they had not been open, if they've been open, PPP loans, things like that. It's just been very hectic, especially with all the regulations and PPP loans changing and going this way and that way. We've been really an expert for a lot of people in that field, and we take pride in that. Obviously it's been a struggle for everybody through all of this, but going forward, that's where you can find us. CFO Strategies. We're located in Johnstown, Pennsylvania, but we cover all Pennsylvania. Actually, we have clients across the country, and that's been one exciting thing about what's been going on is we've been getting clients from everywhere that have come to us and just they've heard from us, and it's all been references. They say, hey, we heard you guys do great work. We want to we want to be a part of what's going on there and have your expertise. And that's an exciting thing for what a lot of people in the small town Johnstown should be looking into. Like there's how technology has really made things as far as doing business better for the small guy, all right, for the small guy. And you probably have seen that on your side as well. But yeah, just as the CFO Strategies, a lot of people know us as an accounting firm, and that's exactly what we are as a big part, but we've added a lot more to our arsenal. Like I said, obviously payroll could be a part of accounting, but we're doing payroll, personnel management, HR things, management overall. We handle management for several different organizations and companies. So we're doing a lot of things, and we're really a back office solutions partner, and that's what we are for small and medium sized business. And it's and we're there to add those departments to your team, to give you that big guy feel, that big company feel. So your employees and your company, has that same expertise in house. And that's really what we do at CFO Strategies.
Absolutely. And it's a great lead in to what we've got with some of the partnerships that we've been talking about with the marketing software offered through Trav Media that connects right into QuickBooks that Mr. Sean Riffle and his team can best help you with. So to get started with that program in the Brand Score Center, make sure you go to trav.media. So instead of .com, it's .media. It's the link is in the description, and get your free brand score report. You'll meet with one of the agents, and we'll talk you through all of your marketing and take you on a really awesome journey through your business, and then help you streamline and optimize your marketing procedures. Another plug is go over to onair.today. So instead of, again, I like using these cool parlor domains, onair.today, and make sure you check out the prototype, sign up as a test user, and leave a review of the latest version of the on-air audio social media prototype that we're getting built out here. So excited, so many awesome things. I'll be sharing some more information from on air. Sean, I would love for you to welcome you guys to share your your videos from LinkedIn over on this site. Maybe get some cross media pollination, if you will.
Yeah.
And that is all I've got for today. I want to thank my very special guest, Mr. Sean Riffle, Business Solutions Specialist at CFO Strategies and a great friend. And I want to wish you a very happy Friday, and take care.
Thanks, Trav.
Have a mindset of curiosity. And so there can be a lot of pressure to perform. It's like, I really want to make this dream happen.
There's an understanding of mental health and well-being that people don't really realize.
Exercise is the best medicine that there is.
You gotta believe in yourself. You gotta believe you can do it. You gotta push. You gotta want it.
Adding to positive conversation and elevating everybody's vibration on some level.
I should have done it sooner because you've taken so much burden off me. You've taken so much time that I've wasted off my plate.
You've got to take that leap of faith and step a little bit outside of your comfort zone.
What is going on, Social Share Club? Travis here, and I've got a special episode. But without further ado, grab the like button,